Hi guys, welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. Sorry the video's a day late, but last week was a lot going on that I didn't pick up a camera for, or it was for a compilation video that's on the greenhouse, and then we just had a full weekend. So, and then yesterday we got some stuff done too, but today I'll just I'm going to go through a hodgepodge of stuff, but I'm going to get, I think, the rest of the strapping boards painted. I'm going to do what I can. I'm out in 95-degree heat right now. Then I want to get the lawn mowed and fertilized, and then I need to get my brassica seeds started. So that's what's on the agenda right now, and of course I'll do videos as I go, but my cameras or my phone's not going to like being out in the heat too much. So I'm just going to get started on painting, and then I'll show you when I'm all done. I already have two because we got the east side window put up yesterday, so we kind of had to troubleshoot a couple different things on framing that in, and then according to the plans the windows were supposed to go in last, but we need to level out the boards and can't do that after the fact, so we're just putting the windows in now. And then we have to do some troubleshooting on a split 4x4 post. So I think we're going to, when it cools down a little bit this next week, we're going to get some glue somehow injected into the post and then clamp it. And we may have to do permanent clamping, and I'll show when it's out there, but maybe. it's pretty split, but I think we can salvage it. So it is one of the corner posts too, so, and it was our problem one all along. So I guess in theory we should be figuring out a way to take it out and put a new one in before everything goes up, but I think if we glue it and clamp it, it'll hold pretty good. So anyways, I'm going to get to painting because it's a hot son of a gun. Yes, I've got sunscreen on. I got my sun hat on. I'm sparing you the footage of that. I have my painting clothes on. But anyways, I'm going to get this phone out of the heat and I will show you the boards when they're painted. But like I said, I have the two west side strapping boards, the 10-footers. Now I'm painting the 10-footers that are the east and west top braces that connect the front to the back, or north to south. So because when I don't want to just clamp them up, I want to actually put them up. So when I do the west side, or if Gene's able to help me depending on his work schedule, it's just I can't stand that tall on the ladder and brace myself to drive the screws in, so he may have to do that when he gets home from work. I'm not sure he's going to want to, but if it's cool enough and he's rested enough, at least the two top boards, it won't be too long. But anyways, when he works out in this heat, I don't like asking him to do too much in the heat when he gets home. But anyways, I'm going to at least get those done, and then I'm just going to paint until I run out of, till I'm too hot. So like I said, I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so I got all the boards painted, but they're over by the garage, and Gene has his radio on, and I don't want to YouTube in their restrictions on have music in the background, so you guys know what painted boards look like. I've showed them before, so, but I did get all that I wanted to get painted. I was thinking I wanted to get all of the strapping painted, which would include the south side, but I'll do that on another day. So I have everything I need. Oh no, I do need to paint them, so I guess I'll be doing that tomorrow or Thursday, but that's okay. But anyways, I'm getting the lawn mowed. There's that side. That side needs it, and it's needing water. So what I might do, because we're supposed to be in the mid to high 80s next week, is I might wait till that weekend, so 2 Saturdays from now, to fertilize. That way I can catch up on water and then fertilize when it's cooler and then water it in. So what I'll do is I'll just get this mowed and watered And this darn crabgrass or Johnson grass or whatever it is, man, when it puts out runners, it ain't messing around. So, and I sprayed the everything killer in here, knowing I would just reseed, and the crabgrass is still coming back. So that stuff is ruthless. So what I'm going to do is I have to water this. I'm watering everything by hand right now because our sprinkler system takes too much of a draw, and because it was so low in the well, it draws up some soot, so we need to get an inline filter and do all that. So I'm just hand watering, but the sprinkler comes over here and that will get this all wet, so hopefully I can pull up a lot of that and then spray it again. So Jiminy Christmas. Anyways, that's where we're at on that. I just didn't want you guys to, because I told you I was going to fertilize, but I talked to Jean and I think I'm going to wait till, like I said, the following weekend. But yeah, and then when the sun goes down, I'll show you some of the things that are prettier when it's dusk than it is right now. So there's some pretty stuff right now, and there's a lot of dry, yucky stuff, but that's how it goes this time of year. Anyways, I'm going to take a small break, get this mowed, and then I'll show you a few other things when I'm done. Okay, the sun has went down, so I'm going to do a really brief little mini garden tour. There's the window. Goats are in timeout because they've learned how to push down the weak spots on their fence, so they don't like being in timeout, but that's how it goes. Let's see. Just chickens are going to bed. They're molting. Oh, you poor ugly things. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. Molting chickens are not the cutest things, I tell you. But yep, I let the basil go to seed. That'll give the pollinators something to have. I did pluck off some of the spaghetti squash that weren't pollinated. They were formed, but they just were dying, so I just went ahead and pulled them off to save some energy. Hopefully, I'm going to get these tomatoes out this weekend. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. I don't have really anything to go in yet. Not for a while, but maybe I can get the neem oil and get them topped off. That'll kill any spider mites that are in the soil. Get the soil replenished because it's down past the halfway line, as you can see, because these are 1x12 fence boards and it's below the halfway line. So yeah, get those all taken out. There's blossoms on there, but they won't last until frost. Well, until the cold. So we really don't have a hard frost until like January or February, but who knows, we might have one in late November, but the tomatoes just won't make it till then. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them. They're ready. They're tired. They've been in since April. So let's see. Sun-gold tomatoes, just leaving them on for snacks. I mean, they are super sweet. When they get this dark, they are super sweet. And the birds are having themselves snacks as well. That looks like a gorgeous tomato right there, and it's hollow on the other side. But there is tomatoes on here, so I'm going to leave these plants. I'm going to pull the tomatillo because the reason why there isn't any tomatillos is I don't have a second one to pollinate it. So that's going to get pulled. Another snack. Yeah, I've just been pulling them and eating them as snacks. And then look, see that? That's from the aphids. That thing is infested. So luckily they haven't went to anything else. That is going to get pulled this weekend and put into a bag the best I can. And then I'm going to neem oil and cover, or use soil to cover. And then, yeah, the radishes have germinated. There's carrots coming up. See, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. So this netting is keeping the birds from eating my seedlings. The beets are coming up, the lettuce is coming up, and those are radishes over there. So yeah, we're doing good, but yeah, this is just infested with aphids. Look at that. Ugh. And they're just flying around. Those are mosquitoes, but there's some sort of worm, little budworm I'm going to kill right now, or a squash bug. So he's dead. Let's see. Everything else is doing okay. I just have to be careful this time of night because it's kind of cool right now. So I don't want things to go buzz sneaking out at me. Let's see. That acorn squash plant, it's just not doing it. So I'm going to pull it. And then I'm going to get that bed amended and topped with more soil. And I'll use that for either a whole lot of onions or all the garlic, which I'm going to plant closer together because there was plenty of room to plant closer together. So yeah, and the corn, I think I posted in the last video, it was a dud because it just didn't pollinate. Planted too late, the water situation. And then here's one thing about making sure your water is checked. Hold on, let me go over there. I'm going to pause you for a second. So somehow the main water valve was shut off. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. I'm glad we caught it because our fruit trees would have died. So blueberries would have died. Everything down that way would have died because that's what this waters, and it waters the peppers and the corn. So all of that would have died. So Gene tightened all the fittings for me because they were leaking. I just can't, I'm not strong enough. He actually had to use pliers because those fittings just weren't doing it. But the goat boys do not like being in their timeout. Whoo-wee. And it's their bedtime, so they want their dad to come put them to bed. But anyways, so I do need to fix some of the emitters on the trees. I did get half gallon per hour emitters. And I got that. That way I can use it on other things also, like shrubs. And instead of having to buy gallon and half gallon emitters, I can put 2 half-gallon emitters on the trees. They have the emitter tubing right now that's, I think, every 6 inches. But the connector barbs that I used, they keep popping out because they're not barbed. So I need to go through on a cool morning or mid-afternoon when it's hot, somewhere where there's not snakes involved. But I need to get all of those replaced. That's going to be on the list the next week or so. Well, actually it's going to be on the list for Thursday because they need to be watered. I have their timer turned off right now. But yep, got the one window in. That's what the boards are for. Let's see. Asparagus, hopefully it'll get pruned pretty soon. This jungle, next year I need to figure out some way of tying it up so I don't have to walk through this jungle. But, oh yeah, sun went down, it's pretty. But yeah, just getting this water caught up. I'm just going to actually put some weed spray and barricade all in one to kill the seeds that these plants are creating. This just takes me forever, and between now and the end of October, I have a lot to do, Between getting the greenhouse finished, the goat pen area set up, all the irises pruned, which takes me forever, getting things winter fertilized, plants pulled, new plants put in. I'm just deciding to weed spray and pre-emergent spray this area. And that way, like I said, it kills the seeds too. And then I'll have to water it in is the bad part, but that's fine. It's just a sprinkler for 20 minutes and that'll be fine. But yeah, these green giant zinnias, those I planted from seed I saved last year. The echinaceas all died back. So I'm just leaving it for right now to go to seed. But no, stuff's just looking tired. It's for sure. So, and I had an agapanthus die, not sure. It all gets the same water, same sun. Well, this gets morning sun, but this has been in since for 4 years, 2018, I think. No, 5 years. So I have no idea, but there it is. I'm hoping it'll rebound. If not, I'll just divide. I'll just take one of those off. I need to divide these anyways because I want to share them throughout the landscape. So I'll just plunk one off of there and stick it there, and that'll be fine. That's what I did to start all those. And this plant was just a little tiny sprig, about the size of that right there, that I stuck way down in that hole down there. It wasn't even past the hole, and now look at it. So need to give it a haircut as well. Let's see. I need to prune off some of this dead stuff, but I'm going to show you that the Sedum Autumn Joy. Hold on. Actually, I'm changing my mind. Well, not changing my mind, but my husband has his music going, and YouTube doesn't like other music. So what I did is I took a picture, and I will put it on the screen here. It's absolutely gorgeous. See if I can zoom without breaking my neck. Zoom over. There we go. Yeah, that's so pretty. And I'll be adding to the other side of the, oops, big finger. That's what happens when you zoom and you don't know how to edit stuff yet. But anyways, where I'm facing is that's gonna be a new planting area that'll end up looking like this next year. Same with, zoom back out. Same with this area right here. That's a Litchfield Angel. So we know how big those get. They get 5 to 6 feet wide. So I need to plan 2.5 to 3 feet this way, and then plant. And then that's a lilac that's going to fill in this whole area when it's mature. So I need to plan from here, all of this up to about right here. So that's all going to get planned to look like that. And this is just going to get mulched because that lilac's going to come out to here. Well, I might be able to do something right here. I just don't know what yet. And then that's a Litchfield Angel, so it's going to come out to about right here. So, yep, just Morning Glory or bindweed. Oh, I missed a weed. I was out here. I really watered this area yesterday to get caught up, but which got the ground so I could pull weeds. But also the geraniums that come back every year, they didn't survive, so I have no idea. So I need to fill that in. I think that's a spirea, and that's a spirea, which is going to get around here, and that's going to fill in around there. But I can't plant something that's fast growing because we're going to be putting our fence in all along here. Hi, Lewis. That's going to look like the rest of the fence that we have going on, but he's upset because we didn't go for a WALK, huh? This buddleia my aunt gave me is doing good. It's blooming, but it's going to do just the top blooming. No, don't be bossy. So just need to prune irises. Roses creeping up. The one over there by the garden, or the cottage garden, is starting to creep up the trellis too. So, and let's see. Oh, my plans are, and I think I talked about it a little bit, but I think I'm going to convert this bed to a veggie bed. I'm going to extend the beds, and I think I'm going to transfer all of these plants out to the cottage garden, and I need to get that soil raised anyways. And 1 second. Okay, change of plans. My husband went to put the goats away, so he paused his music, but look at this Autumn Joy, Sedum Autumn Joy. That's those 3 plants. It has just exploded. and the rust color is starting to come out. So pretty. I told him I want to do this. Oh, that darn tomato plant is just a tomato plant that just wants to keep on growing. But oh, that's just dead plant. I thought it was a dead plant in there. But oh, I got drip supplies today, so that next week, and I'll make a video of that. But so I can get the drip fixed in here. But I want to do this in areas. Now that willow is going to fill this whole area because it grows 50 feet. So 25 feet this way, 25 feet all the way out from center. So it's going to come out to about, I think 25 feet is about right here where I have that hawthorn, and right up to the elderberry. And then it might even do these Photinia, I'm not sure, but I have to keep that in mind when planting all that. But I want to do this, because this makes it look like a shrub. That's absolutely gorgeous for this area. So I want to do more of those. So I think I might want to do it right over there in that empty spot. And then a couple more spots along here. Just because they're easy to propagate, and they don't want to be fertilized. They like crappy soil. They are in full sun all day. All day. There's no break. And yeah, they get watered once a day. So, and only in the hot. They don't get and that I don't put that on every day until I think when the 90 consistently starts. So they don't mind the abuse, and look at them, they're just fine. The same one is out in the garden that I was just showing you. That was just one plant. So these three are going to eventually do that, because this is only the second year for these. So I think I'm going to keep all three there. I really do. I was going to move two of them, but now seeing what they look like, I'm going to go ahead and leave them. So the porcupine grasses are looking good. Let's see what the raspberries are doing. Let's see, that one's doing okay. That one, not sure. Not sure about that one right there. I'm going to leave them through spring and see what they do. That one's doing good, and that one's doing good. So if these three don't do very well, I might end up moving that one to the center, and then I'll wait for shoots to come up and I'll fill in the blanks. So we'll see. I know the frogs have been using these as moisture and cover, because last night when I was out here, frogs crawled out from there. But yeah, the echinops, they're done for the year. I just need to cut the dead stuff off. And yeah, the porcupine grass is doing good. So bougainvillea is doing good. Everything's doing good. Those things smell amazing. These are the David Austin Roses Ebb Tide. I think this one or this one is, I had to replace. I had to replace two of them. One's down there kind of smaller, and one of these was, but so hopefully next year they bounce up a little bit and they get full sun, full brutal sun. So we'll see. Anyways, just giving the lawn a good drink of water, and that's about it. I can do it up close now on this. These are the double orange zinnias and the double yellow zinnias. There was a pink one left over. I'm hoping everything reseeds itself. There's some weeds back there. There's an echinacea. That's a black-eyed Susan that hasn't bloomed yet. And yeah, those are going to reseed. There's an osteopermum back there. But yeah, I hope and there's a calendula right there. So I hope everything reseeds itself. There was a shrub planted right there. I'm hoping it bounced back. And some irises. No, there's another calendula. Oh, I did plop in some hollyhocks in here too. So we'll see. we'll see, it bounces back. There's tulips and daffodils that bloom in the spring, so this is the summer bunch. Summer through fall, really. Black-eyed Susans or Rudbeckia. There's a magnolia. So I think that's called a tulip magnolia. No, not a tulip. It's kind of like a pear-shaped. It's kind of smaller. I don't think the tag's still on it, but it's not a fast grower. I do need to get drip onto that, though. I need to get drip onto all of this. I just need to tie in to the drip system down there and test it and do all that, but that's hooked up to the same one as the lawn, so I don't want to cause problems with that system, so we'll see. But yep, there's a Litchfield Angel up close. So I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Again, sorry it's late. It's just a little tour of what's going on at the beginning of September and what I got going on. You know, just trying to keep up on everything, just trying to get all the projects done, still work part-time, all the canning. I'm trying to clean out the freezer and can stuff before it gets ruined in the freezer. So I've been canning meat, canning beans, you know, all the normal household stuff. But I am one person, so it's pooping me out a little bit, but it's okay. Wintertime, I'll be able to slow down a little bit. Now I'm going to start some seeds tomorrow, like I said. I might video that put it in next week's video. But yeah, the agapanthus need to be at least divided a little bit this year. So I'll get that done. Poor lawn. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up and it being a little bit longer than I was anticipating, but that's how it goes. I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, all the good stuff. I'm trying to build the channel a little bit and it's going okay. I mean, it is what it is. So at least somebody gets inspired, I hope. Anyways, have a great week and remember to always be kind and do what makes you happy. See you next time.